The campaigns for and against the $450 million bond issue for Wichita Public Schools are making their final arguments to voters as we are now just hours away from the election.
And each campaign says it's optimistic about the chances of victory. The district maintains its intention to follow through on its massive facility master plan.
KAKE's Nick Nelson is live in Northwest Wichita for us tonight with details. Nick?
Yeah, we're at OK Elementary. This is one of the schools that is slated to close if this bond were to pass. Now, the Vote No campaign has actually began campaigning in this very neighborhood, speaking to families and parents. They've even put up these signs. As you can see, it says, if you like OK School, vote no school bond. Don't close OK. Now, this is part of the final push before voters head to the polls tomorrow. Campaign signs have sprung up all over Wichita in recent days as the campaign for a $450 million bond for Wichita Public Schools comes to a close.
We have been canvassing, knocking on doors. We've been sending out mailers, and we've been talking to people in different group settings.
All the data that I have suggests that the people who know about this bond, the people who are planning to vote in tomorrow's election, if they haven't done so already have their minds made up. There are not many people walking into the voting booth on this thing saying, I really don't know which way to go.
Although optimistic the bond will pass, Yes for Wichita Kids campaign chair Bradley Dyer Jr. wants to remind voters the facility master plan, including the consolidation of several schools, will only be slowed down, not ended.
These buildings are already 70 and 80 years old. These buildings already have needs, HVAC, plumbing, etc. And so we're putting more students into older, aging buildings, and the problems with the buildings are not going to go away. And so we're probably, in some sense, compounding the problem.
Ben Davis with the Vote No campaign says it would be a good thing if the plan were slowed down, so voters and homeowners in the district can have more of a say in how to improve schools.
We just want to be really sensitive to where citizens and taxpayers are here. And so we would much rather work at a slower pace, really think through all the options, and come to taxpayers if and when that time comes for a bond issue for a much smaller number that's very much targeted.
The campaign spent the final day making the final arguments, with Davis saying he hopes a rejection of the bond sends a message to the district, and Dyer saying improving education quality is something that needs to be focused on right now.
I hope that it does send a very clear message that the people of Wichita are just not going to put up with another massive tax increase, and that they want to see a lot more accountability and transparency. And quite honestly, we want to see better performance out of 259 than what we've gotten.
Wichita, we are at a moment, and it's time for us to rise up and meet this moment to help our city and our schools move efficiently into the future. This bond is about getting our facilities to be the proper learning environments to help our children become the leaders in today's workforce, but more importantly, in tomorrow's workforce.
Now, the Vote Yes campaign says that any property tax decrease that would happen if the bond were to be voted down once the current bond is paid off in the next 4 years, that any decrease in property taxes would be minimal, a little over $100 a year for most homeowners. And the Vote No campaign says that any saving is crucial in this economy, especially for older homeowners and homeowners on fixed incomes. Reporting live, Nick Nelson, KAKE News on your side.